Very good afternoon, my dear student. So today I'm going to start a new chapter that is an emerging trend. As per our new CBSE guideline, we will going to read this particular section and we can find it that there how we will going to see the different type of trends that are being utilized and uses in our daily life. So in this content, what do you mean by the emerging trend? So it is said that computer has been around quite some time now. So new technologies and new type of things, that means new type of your discoveries are there. So those the new discoveries what we are seeing, that each and every day we are passing through new discoveries, isn't it? So all these new discoveries, in order to understand that how those technology will going to be and how those technology will going to make a better sense, how they will going to work, how they will make us better, like we are seeing every day, like how it give you a better view of the developments that are going around us, how it help us to make our eye to go through those emerging trends. So those the technologies what we find, that each and every technologies what are there, we can find that in our everyday life, in our every work, in our every time. What we are finding it, that we are going to the different type of, or we are using the different type of new technologies. So some of the new technologies what we find that they are proposed to us from time to time, like our mobile phone. We can see our mobile phone, what we are seeing in the mobile phone, that every after 6 months or after a 1 year, new things are coming in the market, isn't it? So similarly, in the place of laptop, in the place of the system, DVD system, in the place of the sound system, in the place of your television, which is very general and very common. So there we find it that sorry, every day we are finding that there are the different type of new things are coming every day. So this is what we can say the state of art in the technologies, that is what are coming newly in the market. So under this particular thing, under the new trend, what we find it, the first thing that I am going to discuss about an artificial intelligence. Now, what is this artificial intelligence? That means it is said that a knowledge-based store of information consisting of fact, assumptions, and rules which an AI system can use for making a decision. That means, in a very common way, it can be said that if you want to make any decisions, who will going to take your decision? Nowadays, it is said that your artificial intelligence will going to take the decisions. Like you have been taking the different type of photographs. You are taking different type of activities in your social networking system, in your social media. So all these different type of system, what we find it now today, what we are finding, there are the different assistant we have. We have Siri, we have Google now, we have the Alexa, isn't it? All these different type of things are available to us, which make the human life much more what easy for us, isn't it? The previous time, how the technologies are there very hard, and how the technologies are very hard to understand. Nowadays, day by day, as we are finding the scientists, the different scientists from the different fields, they are inventing, they are discovering the different new pattern of things which will going to make the human life much more easy and much more sophisticated. So this is what we can find, that we want to minimize whose task, we want to minimize the task of the human intervention. That means human tasks want to reduce. Instead of that, what we will give some machine to work. Obviously, human will operate. We cannot give the human and we give everything to the machine. That means totally the thing will be out of control. Okay, it cannot be. But there should be some human beings, and with the human beings some work will be done. Like you can see in the automobile industry previously and nowadays. What I mean, in the automobile industry, a huge changes come. Nowadays, what I mean, many of the works, isn't it? Many of the works are being done by whom? Are being done by the machine. But previously, all those hard and tough work is done by the human being. Many human has given their life for this particular thing, isn't it? So these are the things, these are the tragedies we also have seen it. So this is what the artificial intelligence is. That means we are making the technology in such a way where what we think that particular thing our machine can do and machine can help us. Now, artificial intelligence, as we find the artificial intelligence are there are two words of an artificial intelligence. What is that? Artificial intelligence, which give us some meaning. Artificial. Artificial means what? Which are man-made. And intelligence means what? The thinking power. Isn't it? That means if I combine these two, AI, if I combine, that means it is a man-made thinking power. So it is not a machine-made thinking power. Who are making it? Man is making it. Human beings are making it. So human beings are making those things, and human beings are making the machine to take some decision, to think about it, to work on it. So there are the different type of categories. There are the different type of sections are available, on the base of which what we find the skills are being given, such as a learning skill, such as a reasoning skill, such as problem solving skill, isn't it? So all these different type of skills are there, based on which what we find it that we can use them and we can apply them. So what is the goal of AI? That why we require the AI? First and foremost, to create an expert system, isn't it? The system should be a very much expert. That means it should do such a work which we think that this can be done. Yes, we human being can do it, but we require to do a work with a very tough way. But if we give it to the machine, and if you want this machine to do the work, that work can be easier for us, isn't it? What we are thinking, what we are learning, what is our behavior, so what pattern we want to do, that pattern of modifications we can do in the machines. Though we are our voice is at present not coming clearly, that can be modified. So all these things what we are finding, slowly and slowly it is being coming, isn't it? Previously we cannot see the picture in the PowerPoint. Nowadays we can see the picture in the PowerPoint as well, who is teaching or who is saying the delivering the lectures, isn't it? So this is what the basic goal. That means making the softwares, making the different pattern of hardwares and software much more sophisticated for the human being, so that human being can use it and can utilize it. So where you will going to use the artificial intelligence, the space that you can use, number one, that is very common to you all, that is gaming. You are playing a lot of games nowadays, isn't it? Next one is a natural language processing. That means what I am saying, that can be easily understandable and that can be easily converted. In your mobile you can see now those things. Now expert system, what the decision to be taken, like you want to give some word, there are different reference word come in the mobile. You can select that particular word, which word you want to give. Vision system nowadays, previously you can see your mobile or laptop or your PCs, isn't it? And nowadays what you are seeing, day by day they are changing, their vision pattern is also changing. They are having the different type of new visions. So on that particular thing, what we are seeing more clear, more crystal pictures in front of us. So vision. Next, what is a speech recognition? As we are saying, it can be understood that who is saying, who is the particular person is. So speech recognition. Handwriting recognition. Your handwriting, that also can be recognized with the artificial intelligence. And last and not the least, that is an intelligent robots, which will going to do the different type of work in our computer science, in our biology, in the psychology, in the mathematics, in engineering, in chemistry. We can find it. Artificial intelligence basically in the field of science, basically in the field of science, in biology, in psychology, in chemistry, in physics, in mathematics, in engineering. we find it that artificial intelligence has been used in a huge scale. So artificial intelligence, when we are using the artificial intelligence in a huge scale, what we find the difference between the normal programming and artificial intelligence programming. Normal programming. In a normal programming, input is a sequence of an alphanumeric symbols presented and stored as per they are given previously and they are stipulated previously, and those communication like from the keyboard, mouse, disk, etc. But AI, what we find, they can be given to a slide, sound, touch, like I am doing this one. This is what a sound, slide, touch, everything, isn't it? They're also nowadays added a smell or taste. So all these things are added with it. Those are symbols, different pattern of symbols, two-dimensional phase, three-dimensional phase are added with it. The processing, what manipulating in the previously in the older ways, what we find the manipulation of the symbol in a set that has been given, what the algorithm has been created. Nowadays, what we find it that AI is using this according to the problem, according to the mechanism they are making the program. Some of the program are made by at instant and they are being solving those things, isn't it? And what we find the output is output, what we find that their output will be in an alphanumeric symbols. They may be given in a set of color or they may be given CRT screens, isn't it? But nowadays we find the output are in different patterns of way, in different type of synchronization, different type of synthesized way, different type of manipulations are there, and doing all these manipulations we find that we can get the output in a different way. So when we are using the AI, artificial intelligence, obviously we must look at the fact that what are the advantage we are getting. First and foremost advantage is high accuracy with a less error. So previously the machine, what we find when the machine has came, there was a lot of errors. Nowadays we find it, the machines what are being used, those the machines are there. There we can find the number of errors has been lessened, isn't it? Next, what we can find, high speed. High speed, as we know, we require a high speed, quick accessibility of the machines. High reliability. High speed doesn't mean that our performance will going to lose. The action of the machine will going to lose. No, not that. It will going to give an high accuracy of the machine. Useful for a risk area. Risk area means which are is like ocean, under the oceans, under the particular area where we find there is a bomb diffused area, or where we find there is a different pattern of lightning is going on, high shower is there, isn't it? So those areas also the machine can be used in a smooth way, in a perfect way, and can give a result in a very perfect way. Next, what we can find, digital assistant. Nowadays it is digital assistant to us. We all know in the business field, basically in the e-commerce section, we are very aware of what Amazon, we are very aware of the Flipkarts, etc., etc. We are Hangout and all. So all these things, what we find it, they are the e-commerce system. What is our requirement? How much we want to purchase a bundle, pack, a huge amount, isn't it? So all things can be done with this particular thing. That means it is our digital assistant. Previously, a person needed to be appointed. Nowadays, it will going to do our work. Next, what we can find, the useful utility. So it is a public useful utility. There we find a hassle free, but I am not going to the backgrades of it, because we can find it that there are the different disadvantage factors also there, but where we are using the things, but we will talk about the advantage factors. There are the facial recognitions is there, there is the journey safe is there, natural language processing is there, communication with the human beings in a very natural way that the human being can understand the things. So those are the things what we can find. That means our mobile phones say many things. This is one of the very good example of the artificial intelligence, where we find all these things what has been discussed. That means this high accuracy, less error, high speed, high reliability, useful in the risk area, digital assistant. But till now we cannot give that particular thing to the laptop or our computer PC, isn't it? So or the TV that we are using, not at that particular manner how much we can give has been given in the mobile at this particular moment where we are standing on 2021, isn't it? So these are the things what we find it, that these are the particular type of things. That means then we can say that will not work. That will work, but it will require a time. It will require a certain duration of time. Slowly and slowly the thing will going to change, because it is a big scale and they are the small scale high pattern of thing you can do, isn't it? So this is what the different type of changes are there, and this is the utilizations of an artificial intelligence in the emerging trend. This is the first part of your emerging trend, that is an artificial intelligence. So thank you, students. Thank you very much. I am ending up my session here. Thank you all.